Okay, so Amazon has decided to finally do an update on their OS. Now, I honest to God, I thought they're gonna do this from day one, but what they did is the first thing they had is an Amazon OS for a Fire OS. That's what they called it, Fire OS, and they installed it on all their devices. And the thing is, that OS was basically a fork of Google Play Store. So it's like their own little tiny thing for them just to use it, right? So now that they have that, now they said, you know what, it's too slow. Google Play Store is very, very slow. We shouldn't be using it. Let's make our own. Okay, so this is where it becomes a little bit of problematic. Now, Amazon Fire OS was actually their own fork, but they're saying that it's slow. Now, the only reason why I think that they're saying that is because their latest introduction of their advertisement and their OS that is for games, because they have introduced all the Firestick 4K and above gaming network, and I think they also introduced with the latest Firestick the small ones, the latest ones only. Now, also there's a most of them, they got 1 GB RAM or 2 GB. Well, I think one or two. But the whole idea is, they designed it so they can make it easier to go and load application on them. Now, with the Google OS fork, which is the first one of Amazon Fire OS, you could easily do installation of your own application from the Google Play Store, not Google Play Store, their own store, and sideload whatever you want. Now, this is where it becomes a bit of a problem for Amazon. Amazon has always said, we don't like piracy. We don't encourage piracy. We don't like piracy. But they allowed downloaders, they allowed side loading, they allowed programs to be installed on the Firestick. Now, with all this happening in the background, they did not care that, you know, everything was going well. To be honest, it was going well for everybody. I remember, back in the old days, way back on old days, and when the Firestick first came out, everybody thought, my God, this is a Fire only thing. How do we install applications? A lot of people installed it. Step by step, they decided to install it. We even had like applications like Kodi and all sorts of things. By the way, these things were still available to be installed. And then Amazon kept on reluctantly saying, we don't want to move on to a different OS. But now that they introduced games and more advertisement, they want to do their own. And they did. They're now doing the Vega OS instead of their own fork of Google Play Store or fork of Android. The Vega OS is basically installation of their own OS. They actually built something from the ground up. Vega OS is a new operating system powering Amazon latest Fire TV devices. It looks different, feels different, but under the hood, it's not brand new from scratch. Vega OS is built on Android open source project. This is so confusing. It's the same functions on as the Fire OS before it, and Android itself that runs on Linux internal. This is where it becomes a little bit difficult. It runs on a Linux kernel, so technically, yes, Vega OS does run on Linux, but not in the way most people think. It's not Ubuntu, for example, or Fedora. No, it's not. it's or a desktop style Linux. No, it's a heavily customized Android fork controlled by Amazon. This is where it becomes really so confusing, because Amazon removed most traces of Android branding. They want Vega OS to feel like an Amazon owned platform. No Google Play Store, no Google services, everything is tied into Alexa, Amazon Prime, and their own app ecosystem. This is crazy. So what does this mean for normal users? Sideloading APKs? Yes, you can still sideload Android apps, since it's Android at the core. That's where it becomes really weird. Linux apps, no, you can't just run Linux desktop software on the Vega OS. Vega OS is locked to Android style apps. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a little bit funky. I don't know how to say it. Vega OS might give Amazon more control, faster update, and maybe tighter restriction on what you install. So the chances are you install whatever you like before, now you might not be able to install the same thing. So the truth is, Vega OS is Android on Linux. I mean, seriously, what the hell does that mean? Vega OS on Android. Vega OS is Android on the Linux, but branded as Amazon own system. Amazon is gone crazy. Don't be fooled by the name. It's not fully Linux OS. It's not. You can hack. You can hack around with it. You can do whatever you like. It's still very much a Fire TV experience, just an upgraded. I'm trying to do this video and I'm confused what the hell's going on, but I gotta tell you, that's the reality of things. I've tried to explain it as much as that I understood it. When this first came out on the 30th of September and they explained it on their own thing, I tried to understand, and then the more I went into it, I realized, what the hell, is it Android fork or is it Linux fork, or can we install? No, as far as I know, sideloading is still being available. I mean, you can still sideload, but it's an Android OS, not fully Linux OS. Yeah, so you can see the difficulties in there. So right now, Fire TV devices running Fire OS, which is based on Android, do allow sideloading. You can turn on developer options and use apps just like downloader to install APK files outside of the Amazon App Store. But things are changing. Amazon is moving to their new system called Vega OS. This is not Android as we know it. It's Amazon own platform, still on top of Linux kernel, but stripped of Google services. So bloody confusing, I'm so sorry. Now, leaked and reports suggest that sideloading may be gone under Vega OS. That's the assumption. Some testers say developer options are missing completely, which means APK sideloading is completely blocked. Other reports say new Fire TV devices will only support apps built for Vega, not Android apps. So this is where it becomes a bit of a challenge for lots of developers. Here is the real picture. Amazon doesn't like sideloading. Okay, that's the reason why they did this. One of the reasons they did this, because it lets people bypass their app store and their revenue system. As of, I'm just gonna say it right now. I mean, freaking hell, man! Doesn't the guy that owns Amazon have got enough money already? Closing the door on sideloading gives Amazon more control over what you install and how you use the Fire TV. So if you buy Fire TV devices today with Fire OS, you can still sideload APKs like normal. But if you get one of the new model with Vega OS, you should expect restrictions, or maybe no sideloading at all. Just put that in your head. That's the situation as it stands. Tell me what you think in the comment below. Is Amazon protecting users from risky apps, or just lightening their grip on the ecosystem? Let me know in the comment below, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the Husham.com website plus the forum, the Husham forum.husham.com. Check it out, guys. This video is freaking confusing me more than it's confusing you guys, because it took me a long time to gather this information, and I don't know what to say. All I can think of is the guy who owns Amazon just still wants more money, because that's all it is. But anyway, put it down in the comments, tell me what you think. See you guys later, bye bye.